everyone. If you made it this far, thank you for joining us. In this final episode of Fourth Wing, we read up until what 29 to the end,
29 to
and
the end.
what's the word? It wrecked us, right?
It wrecked us. I
was
don't.
not in a good place at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
What are their thoughts?
I think I'm still in shock, genuinely. Like, I actually didn't cry at all. And as I was reading the scenes, I was
At
like,
all?
I was like, I should be crying. And I was like, it's because I still think there's a loophole. And then when there wasn't a loophole, I was like, there's no loophole. Oh no.
You're in
I'm in
denial.
shock
I
now.
didn't
That's fair.
I didn't cry either, and I had the same thought. I was like reading it and I was like, I should be crying. I am very upset. Why am I not crying?
Yeah.
But I think it's because it's happening to Day and not to Liam. So like Liam's still safe right there. So then you're like, it's not no way, no way.
Yeah.
And then I feel lied to.
Is it Day? Is that how? I wasn't sure if it was Dave or Day. Yeah. Yeah, that whole scene was awful. Like, I don't know. I just like kept expecting Violet to stop time again. Like that would have been the moment that I would have done it. And it didn't happen. And then like she was just dead. And then like I just kept waiting for Liam to be like, I can like make it through this. I've got so much to live for. And then he didn't. And I think I think I'm still at that point where I'm like, but why? But why?
Well, and Brooke, you hadn't read it yet, but I was like texting Jamie and I was like, well, maybe they burn things because otherwise like they can be resurrected. So maybe Liam can be resurrected from here. And Jamie was like, Elena, they burned his body. And I was like,
Yeah, and like Zayden said that, and I don't think he would lie about it.
Yeah. Will say, now I once again have an author that I don't trust about if people are dead or not. So we can talk about that. But I will say that I am fully confident that Liam is dead. And yeah, I think I'm honestly just still in shock. Like, just, I don't know, the whole
I think
thing.
that's fair because when I did Fourth Wing, I did the audiobook. So it didn't
Mhm.
really hit me that Liam was gone. Because like I think because like it is part of the writer's codex that like a writer without their dragon is dead, but it wasn't like serious to me, you know? And I feel like this was their way of showing no, it's real, it's serious. This is what happens when your writer dies.
Yeah, I always thought that was like a euphemism. Like, they say like a dragon without their rider is a tragedy or something, but a rider
Hmm.
without their dragon is dead. And I always thought it was like if you've lost your dragon, you've lost the fight and like you might as
Mm,
well be dead. I didn't realize how literal it was. And I was just like,
yeah.
God damn, like is this actually the case with everyone? Because wow.
Guys, I
Elena,
did cry.
I
Actually, I teared up a little bit when I think it was like they were all they were all deciding it was their choice whether to fight or go back or something like that, and everyone got a say to it. I think it was like Bodhi that said something about like his parents and everything, and it just like hit me a little bit. And then what everyone there is fighting for, and then Liam, yeah. So I was crying about that, and especially like the figurine too.
oh,
Mm.
like keep that forever.
Yeah, I'll send you guys a video of me crying. Like, because I no, did I send it to you, Elena? No.
It's yeah, I mean it was really rough. I think I didn't get teary at that first scene when they're all like deciding to go because I was convinced that obviously like they weren't all going to die. There are four more books in the series. And I think that I had convinced myself that Liam had like almost died in this book and I had like come to terms with the fact that he was probably going to die in the next book. Like, that was my thought. Like, we're going to get even deeper in this relationship with Liam. Like, we're going to see him with Jacinia. Like, we're going to get extra attached to him before he dies. And then I just wasn't prepared for it. And I went in angry too. Like, in that moment, I was pissed. Like, way more pissed than like scared of people dying. So I just think that I was just like, how is any of this happening? And why is it all Dane's fault? Why is it all Dane's fault?
I am so angry. Why did they tease Justina and Liam just to immediately kill Liam before anything could happen? Like, why give that to me?
And they
I
were
don't know.
so cute.
I have to assume that there will be more with Jacinia. Like, she's such a great character that I hope that she's not going to get thrown away. And maybe it's like through her, like, mourning what, like, little, you know, crush she had on Liam could, like, bring her closer to, like, one of the other guys. But also, like, this book has taken a hard left turn. So I don't know if and when we're ever going back to Basquiat. So who knows?
No, who could get thrown in the trash?
Who?
Dane.
Oh, yeah, he's already there. Definitely gone.
Well, there's also Liam's sister,
Oh, yeah.
and Violet swore to was a protector, right? So I think I'm upset that Liam and her won't have that reunion.
Yeah.
Once she enters the writer's quadrant.
Yeah. And I think I'm at the point where I just don't know, like, where we're at. Because to me, it seems very clear that, like, the powers that be understand that there has been this rebellion going on, and that it's out in the open now. So it's like, I don't see how Violet or any of them can go back to Basquiat. But maybe there is, like, some weird loophole where they're going to be like, all right, Violet, you're still good. Like, you go. We're going to stay out here. But I don't see how that's going to work.
Well, Melgren can't see the outcome of the battle, right?
Right.
So I think that's where the loophole is. Like, if they could go back that way.
Or is it like,
But-
are they all going to pretend to be dead kind of thing? And, like, Violet's just going to go back?
But I don't know how they go back, because wasn't the note essentially like, if you choose to stay, don't come back? Like, that's how I interpreted the note.
Yeah, I don't think that it specifically said, like, don't come back. I think it was just like, either you stay and fight this fight because we're pretty sure that you're helping the people on the other side of the wards, or you, like, save yourselves and you come, like, continue the silly war games. And they obviously chose to fight. So I just don't know where in there they're going to be able to be like, oh, we were just, like, gone for 5 days, but we definitely didn't fight in the fight. Prove it.
Right, yeah.
Don't know.
Well, and I like can't wrap my head around how much he knew, because he knew enough to fuck everything up, but then also like he didn't know enough to realize that Xaden and Violet were hooking up until like she chose Xaden over him. I just can't. I don't know. I'm interested to see how all of it lands.
Yeah, it's like definitely Dane gave all the information about the probable rebellion to his dad to, like, set up the 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 battle that happened at Aspen. I don't know how to say the
I don't know how to pronounce it either. I kind of
the
quit
A
the
place.
audiobook towards the
And
end.
but yeah, I mean, it seemed like he still was somewhat surprised about Violet being with Xaden. So that was also surprising to me, Elena.
Yeah, either he's a really good actor
Hmm.
or he knew this whole time, maybe, or
No,
yeah.
I think that's it, Jamie. I think he is a really good actor because he has been pulling off the whole, like, I'm just gonna touch your cheek real fast and, like, not letting on at all.
I was trying to find clues. Like, I knew what happened at the end, right? And then rereading this, I couldn't find any like clues.
Because he's so subtle and sneaky and awful.
Yeah.
Like I agree he's a good actor, but I don't think he would be a good actor of hiding his jealousy that Violet is hooking up with Xaden. Like, I just don't
Mm.
think that's in him from
Oh, no.
everything we've seen.
No, I definitely think that he had probably deluded himself into thinking, like, that there was no way that, like, Violet would debase herself by being with a marked one, especially Xaden of all people. It's like, dude, have you seen his abs? Have you seen them? I
Have you
rest
seen
my
them on the
case.
sparring mat? Are you not
Yeah.
attracted as I am?
Yeah. As far as Dane goes, I keep asking myself, like, is there a possible redemption arc? And I tried to, like, really sit with myself for a minute and just be
Yeah.
like, can I see a way in which in another 4 novels I could ever forgive him? And the answer is no. The answer is no.
No, you don't think
No,
he's like a victim of
mm-mm.
Navarre?
No.
Oh, no, I do. But I think that even with the brainwashing, he has made awful choices. And it's just even like, we can't really talk about the deleted chapters yet, although there weren't really spoilers. They were just Satan's point of view, so I don't feel too bad. But like, just again, like the whole Dane wouldn't have saved Violet if it meant breaking the rules. And like other people who are also very loyal to Navarre and like slightly brainwashed, like Ree or Riddick, like would have saved Violet and broken the rules. So it is a Dane problem.
Well, and
Very
what
true.
gets me is when he goes, "I'll miss you," and then like afterwards you realize he meant
Mm,
like, "I'll miss you in
mm.
my life forever because you're gonna die because I just
Mm-hmm.
set all your friends up to die."
I
So
have
subtle. So
I have
subtle.
I have to say when he said that, my stomach fell and I was not sure what he was doing, but I was like, you know something bad is going to happen. And I thought he just like knew about like what was going on outside of Navarre that has been hidden from us and like oh, it's really volatile on the border and you're probably going to die. But whenever that letter got opened, I was like, you have got to be kidding me, Dane. Like, really, Dane?
Dane is a bitch.
Yeah.
Um,
In that moment, he was like,
I
"Well, if you're with him, then I guess you need to die too." It's like,
We
okay, no,
didn't.
we're done.
I'll mourn
We
your
didn't.
loss.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like we didn't think that he's just saying like I'll miss you because we're busy playing the board game.
Oh no, he knew.
I thought that at first, but then going back, no.
Right, like it's a little subtle and like you won't know until after the fact, after it's happened.
Yeah. I was also upset that we
Yeah.
didn't get to see Dane again in this book. And I know that like the other book is out, but if the other book wasn't out right now, I would be even more livid. Like I need to see someone punch him in the face. Like figuratively, literally, I just need to see someone sweep his legs out from under him and have him fall on his back.
He's the
Yeah.
worst character.
I hate him. He still in line with Gale though. I'll still say it checks.
Yeah, it does. It does. I think that's what gave me my immediate distrust of him. But yeah, fuck Dane.
That being said, I do think he's gonna get a redemption arc. Not that I
Oh,
will forgive him. No. I personally will hate him forever. I'm saying that right now. We can circle back in 4 books if I don't hate him anymore, but
yeah.
from here on out, we'll hate him. It's definitely going to be one of those things where he realizes like the folly of his ways and like dies for the cause in the end.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good take.
I would allow that, but I still will never personally forgive him ever. Nope.
Liam was too good for this world.
Rest in peace, Liam. Yeah, the whole thing also, just like the whole plot, like, I mean, and we talked about Rebellion, and I think we all kind of agreed that Rebellion was coming up. I personally did not think it was going to happen this fast. I thought like book 2 was going to be like, and we start Rebellion. And I had kind of guessed that like Xaden was already doing stuff in the background, but I didn't realize how long. And also had no idea why. Like, did not guess the whole like Venom thing at all. Figured that was going to come up, but that it was like hadn't started yet. And then it's like, oh, it's just been going on outside the wards this whole time. And also that's why they killed their parents. I'm sorry. What?
So stupid.
Oh my
Like,
God.
what a dumb reason to murder a bunch of your citizens.
Yeah, like I knew I hated Navarre, but like I didn't know I could hate it this much. I didn't know that the hate would like consume me.
I'm like still trying to suss in my head if her mom is like secretly good, because I just don't see how at this point. Like, I just can't connect the dots for her mom knowing and like, right?
Yeah, I
She
see.
definitely knows. But
Oh yeah.
she
Oh,
had
yeah.
like the dagger, the weapons that could kill them. I don't know. A part of me is kind of hoping that she's good, especially because there was that scene at the anniversary of I'm
Yes.
forgetting the words, the date.
Reunification day.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then none of the marked ones were there, you know, because it's the anniversary of their parents' death.
Right.
But yeah, in that confrontation, the scene with like King Tari, I forget his name, Melgren and the mom, like I was getting like some vibes from the mom, like almost to the point where like she was kind of like she didn't want Violet to like say something that would like discriminate her or something or put her in danger or something. I don't know. That was like the vibes I was getting. And then Melgren just being like definite villain, evil vibes. What do you guys think?
I am open to the possibility that we get another cool twist in book 2 that's like mom has been trying to fix this from the inside the whole time. I'm not holding out a lot of hope, but I will still stand by that I have an open mind to some extent, though I will say that it has definitely closed further on knowing that her husband definitely realized what was going on and was trying to train his daughter to help out. And like I'm assuming at this point must have somehow like also told Brennan and like made it so that Brennan is now part of the rebellion because yeah, Brennan's not dead. Okay.
Did you see that one?
I had a moment when we kept seeing like Brennan's little like journal entries. I was like, I think it like occurred to me for a split second and then I was like, no, there's no way. There's no way. Like, how would he still be people saw him die. His presumed boyfriend tried to bring him back to life.
Well, and now the big question for me is like, what happened to presumed boyfriend if Brennan's not actually dead? Like, how did he die? Was it actually bringing him back to life that he died? Like, what?
Because Naori is definitely dead. Otherwise, like, Tarn would know. So I don't question his being dead. And now I'm like, was Brennan trying to, like, leave to go be part of the rebellion? And, like, Naori basically was like, absolutely not, I'm gonna fight you. And then, like, Brennan had to kill him? Like, is that what happened? I don't know. My brain has not wrapped around it. But the minute that they were like, oh, we're gonna bring you to a person, I thought, is it her dad? And is he still alive? And then I was like, oh my God, it's Brennan. Wow. Okay.
Well, yeah, he was referred to as like what the master of poisons or something.
Yeah.
When Zayden's like, I told you I knew better, Poison Master. The entire like last 3 pages of this book.
Man. And it's so hard. It makes me think of like the whole issue that we're having right now with Xaden and Violet. And it's like, I get both of their sides. I really do, but it does not make me feel better. It really doesn't.
Yeah, I'm hoping for a quick forgiveness arc in the second book, just because that's Liam's like last request of Violet is that she's there for Xaden, and I don't see her ignoring Liam's last request.
Yeah, but even like if your really good friend makes a last request for you to like be there for that guy that loves you, like it's not a reason to love him. Like I see Violet and like there were enough lines in there that I do believe that book 2, like however much of it is going to be like the how do we get back to where we were and like grow in an even stronger way now, like having this trust. But yeah, I mean, like I think that Violet is going to make that decision because she wants to, not because like Liam guilted her into it. She'll be like, I'll be there for Xaden, like I'll protect him. I will, I'll make sure he's okay and I'll do this rebellion
Right.
with him, but I'm not gonna fall in love with him in your
Yeah.
honor, Liam.
That's how I see it too.
No, I
Yeah.
don't think she would fall in love with him because she felt like guilty. I think it would be more like when he died and she realized like I can't believe I questioned if he was my friend. Like it's more along the lines of like I questioned Liam being my friend and Liam's like trust this person like and in the end like he's right. I need to like more
Yeah.
of a extended metaphor for their reunion.
Yeah. Well, and like Xaden and Violet have that moment in his room that I think it's
Mhm.
pretty obvious. He's like, I know you still love me, and I'm going to spend like every day of the rest of my life like earning your trust back. And like she's not against it. It like she doesn't come right out and be like, there is never going to be a chance for us. Like, absolutely no. It's just like I think at this point she just doesn't see how to get to that point where she will trust him again. And like, yeah, it's like not only did he lie to her about the rebellion and like yes, lies of omission, and I do fully understand and support all of his reasons for not telling her, but he also didn't tell her about her brother. And I know like he also couldn't do that, but there's so much
So much. That's
that
like
they're gonna have to
it's
work through.
yeah, it's so much bigger than them.
Yeah.
That's why I'm kind of like, okay, I forgive him. Can you guys just move on?
Yeah.
Well, and in the end, he's right. Like, if he had told her, Dane was being a freaking creep. So,
Yes.
like, you
Right.
couldn't have told her.
It put everything in jeopardy. Like I said, like it's bigger than them.
Yeah, and I realized plot-wise this couldn't have happened, and I do really love the twist of like all of those very subtle moments where Dane stole her memories. But like from the the extra chapters in the holiday edition. It's clear that like Xaden's known for a really long time that Dane has this power, and like Xaden is always like barring his thoughts from Dane whenever he's around him. He's like shutting himself off. Why couldn't he just like casually say that to Violet? Like, hey, how you caught me in the woods that time with way more than two other marked ones? Like, maybe just block your thoughts from Dane when you're around him just in case. Like, he could have said something.
Yeah, but I also feel like it's hard to be like, hey, you know your best friend that you still trust even though you shouldn't? Like,
Right.
maybe he's secretly stealing your memories and not telling you. Like, that would not have gone. Should have
Right.
been like, we heard it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like so much of this could have been avoided. Liam would still be alive.
I think we should also take in consideration like she's young and naive, and even
Yes.
Xaden has said that.
Yes.
I mean, I felt like I felt like I don't know if you guys remember how I feel about insta love. I'm not a fan of insta love.
No. No, no, no.
She said I love you by the end of this.
She
I'm just
did.
like, girl, too soon.
I mean, like, I loved it, but I also do like, there's a part of me that's upset that they're at this crossroads, but there's also a part of me that's like, I can watch you guys fall in love all over again for another whole book. That's fine.
I would love to watch and see Xaden grovel.
Yes, and just Violet be like super stubborn and
Oh
just
yes, I'm
vicious.
definitely gonna see some frustrations in the next book with Violet. I'm sure.
Yeah, get some violence going. But yeah, I fully believe that they will work it out, and that it will be fun to watch them do it.
Oh, you know what else I want to see in the next book? What was inside that small iron box?
Yes. Yeah. I feel
But
like
I
I
have
need
no
to
idea.
yeah, I feel like I need to sit with that before I start reading Iron Flame and just try to think through it. Is like what is it? And I've already been like having thoughts about like, okay, I did not foresee the we were breaking in to like steal the stuff that wards are made of because that's somehow the only thing that kills venom. Like, did not guess that that was happening at all. So it's like, is Violet still somehow like a weapon that could kill venom? Like, do we think there's a possibility that there's still like something inside of her that is
Yeah,
that? Like, could
I
the
was.
iron box be something along those lines? No.
Yeah. Well, and I think it feels like there is still something in Violet's past that we need to figure out. Like, we still don't have answers on her hair and her mysterious illness.
Yeah.
The scalp tingles. Could that mean
I
anything?
think that's her lightning. I have come around to believing that. And it's because of when Zayden's like, oh, I kind of figured. And she was like, what do you mean? And he was like, the first time you kissed me, I felt it. And I was like, I think that's what it is. It's like, she's just like very electric, and like, you know, she would like, her just like psyche would know when he was around, and just like, zzz.
That's cute.
I need to retract a statement from last episode where I said lightning was not cool after this action.
Yeah.
I think in my head I was thinking like a rebellion against like other dragon riders in the future, and I couldn't see a scenario where she'd be like, okay, killing like going after her, say her mom, like if she was fighting her mom with like lightning power. But I feel like the Venom are dehumanized enough that like she's totally fine using it, no holds barred against them, which therefore makes it cool again.
Yeah, the lightning was very cool. And definitely as I was reading it, I was like, I hope Elena thinks this is as badass as I do.
A theory just came up in my mind about
Go.
how cool would it be if sometime in the future book and they're fighting against the Zanine and the wyverns and that big badass like teacher sage person thing. How cool would it be for Violet with her lightning wielding and then her mom with the storm wielding to work together to fight them off?
We love a
That'd be cool.
good mother-daughter pairing, like just fighting shit. I hope for that, honestly. Like I don't have a lot of hope, but it's still there. It's still there. And like, does she know that Brennan's alive? Does she know?
Is the dad
I don't
really
think
dead?
so.
Like, I don't know. I'm
Is the
questioning
dad
everything.
really dead?
Yeah, right?
I think. Like, it said his heart gave out, but then like I also thought
Did
that
it? Did
Brennan
we
was
see a
super dead.
body?
No, we didn't.
Is this
Also,
why you
did
don't
we-
believe characters are dead anymore?
I have trust issues. Yeah. I mean, just characters come back. And I love when characters come back from the dead. I am not someone that's like, oh, I feel like that cheapens it. It's like, no. No, if it's a character that I loved, bring them right back. It's fine. I already cried about it, so it's like they died. Now bring them back. But, yeah.
Well, speaking of Brennan, like, did they talk about his dragon? Because I'm checking my notes and I couldn't find anything. So if he was supposedly dead, where's his dragon and where is it now?
I have no idea.
Right? Have
I
you guys talked
assume
anything?
with him.
That would be my assumption
No.
too. Because
I think I just guessed with him.
Yeah, I'm going with the theory that we had to kill Naori to like get to the rebellion, and that he somehow faked his own death. But my assumption is that the dragon is with him.
I don't agree with that theory just because I don't think Taryn would have bonded with Violet if Brennan had killed his previous rider. Or at least Taryn would have like more angry feelings.
Or it could be
Is
possible.
it Nowlin? Sorry.
Oh, is that his name?
It's something like that.
Tarn's
I don't know how
previous
it's pronounced.
writer.
Yeah. Am I saying his name wrong?
I think I've been saying Nowlin. Because when you were saying Naori, I was like,
yeah, Nowlin. I remembered it was like an NAO. Sorry, guys. Nowlin.
Okay, now that makes sense.
So like what we'd heard before was that he had like burnt out trying to use his powers of like fixing things to bring Brennan back from the dead. So is it possible that he did still burn out, but like in a fight with Brennan? I don't know.
I don't think so. Like, I don't, because Taryn supports the rebellion. Like, Taryn agrees. So, like, him being bonded with someone that would have been so anti-rebellion, like.
I also think that Tarn didn't know about the rebellion until Sigale and Zayden were part of it. Like, I think Sigale basically came to him and was like, hey, this is what we're doing and this is what's happening. And then Tarn was like, okay, great. And then he kind of says that that's why he picked Violet, because he believed that she was like smart enough to be able to understand that this was the correct thing to do. But yeah, I don't
I
know.
still don't think he would have bonded with her if Brennan had killed. Like,
No.
my guy can hold a grudge.
Yeah, I think that's totally fair. So yeah, it leaves the question of like, how did Brennan get away? How did he fake his own death enough that like people truly believed he was gone? Does his mom know? Did she
Right.
help him get away? The questions.
Also, there's no way Mira knows, right? Like, no
No.
shot.
I don't think she knows.
No, I don't think that she does. And if it's something where like Mama Sorrengail does know, I think it's that she, again, because I think we've said that if she was like working from the inside for the rebellion, that she just can't trust anyone with the knowledge. And Mira was like very anti-marked people. So maybe
Yeah.
it's that even if Mama Sorrengail knows, or even like if, Brennan didn't feel comfortable reaching out to her either for safety or because he knew that it wouldn't be well received. Yeah.
I want to know how they became friends, Brennan and Zayden.
Oh, Zayden.
Their
Yeah.
friendship, I love it.
Yeah.
Cute. Him, Zayden and Garrick too. Garrick is quickly
Yeah.
becoming a favorite.
Yeah, that was two of my favorite things about that was my favorite things about like the two extra chapters that we got,
Yeah.
like seeing things from Zayden's point of view is just like seeing how much he loves Garrick, and like that one line about like, oh no, she doesn't even know Brennan's still alive. I was like, you guys are just having fun like over across the wards, and poor Violet, like someone please tell her what's going on.
Yeah, I'm worried about Garrick. I feel like is next on the could potentially die list.
Yeah, there's no way that Garrick and Bodhi both make it through the series for sure. Because they both kind of serve the same purpose, and I don't know which one
They
would
kind of
go.
do, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm also worried about like the friends back at the quadrant. Like I don't know if Violet's going to be able to go back to them or what, but this has definitely got to be a situation of like, okay, what can I trust you with? And at what point do we try to be like, hey, Rhiannon, you know what would be really cool? Killing some venom. They're real. Let's go.
They're scary, aren't they?
So scary. Yeah.
Can someone explain to me the whole general whatever his name is can't see the future of a battle if there's 3 marked ones?
Melgren.
Melgren.
Like, why does the marked ones being together impact his ability to see the outcome of a battle?
That's the question, Elena. And I
Yeah.
think it's because if you guys have noticed, we still have not been told what dragon made the marks on them.
hmm
And I'm guessing that whatever dragon did that on purpose. And I don't know if it's Tarn, because I feel like that probably would have come up in conversation at this point, but we still don't know, and I think we don't know on purpose.
Yeah.
Well, and if we don't know on purpose, then it circles me back to her mom.
Yeah.
Like,
No, it could be.
potentially.
And like even if that was it, like if she struck that bargain with Zayden, as awful as it was for him to like basically he would have to die if any of them went back into rebellion, and then she'd kill all of them like in order to get entrance into the Riders Quadrant, or like the chance to get entrance into the Riders Quadrant. If she did just that, and then also her dragon made it so that if they get together in teams of 3, they can't be seen by Melgren's dragon, I'd trust her at that point. But they clearly know about it, because that's why that's the rule that they can't get together in groups of 3.
I was gonna say, like, Melgren was the one that, like, wanted that law to be, children of separatists to be forced into the Riders Quadrant. And then General Lilith, what?
No, Melgren wanted
them killed.
Yeah.
I can't remember now.
No. So Melgren wanted them to be killed with their parents. And then it was
Oh,
Mom.
she didn't want them to witness their deaths. That's right. My bad.
Yes. And then I think like Mama Sorengale and others were like, how about we make a deal, and they watch their parents die and then get the mark.
Right. So it could be
A lot.
Melgren's dragon that did the mark.
Just
Because I don't
seems like
think Tarn would have been there.
it just seems like
Maybe.
Melgren's dragon wouldn't have done something that would negatively affect Melgren's signet. Like it seems like
Mhm.
it's something that was done on purpose to help the rebellion. But I don't
Yeah.
know. It's
No.
possible that it's not.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like there's a lot of like decisions and shadiness being done by government officials that aren't the king. Like the king is giving me big Earth King vibes from out like
I don't even know what book that's
I don't know
from.
what that is.
it's not a book, it's from Avatar.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's like a figurehead, but he might be. Like Melgren might actually be the one that's in charge because he's the scariest in my opinion.
He is the scariest. Yeah. We don't see King Tori enough.
Mm.
Just that one scene
Yeah,
during that party.
when he just walked his racist little ass around a party and was like, "Why aren't all the marked ones here? I wanted them to be here so I could see their sad faces." I'm just like, "Ah, I can't wait till you die." Yeah.
Oh my god, and Liam went to the party with her.
Oh, Liam.
I don't know when I'm gonna be over it.
And the party is where Dane read her mind and figured out the whole rebellion thing, right? Okay. Oh.
Because Zayden had said that he'd already gone to the A place, which I need to look up the
Yeah.
name of it, otherwise it's gonna kill me.
Yeah. He had just said it
Ah.
like the chapter before because I went back and looked, and then
Oh.
Dane like touched her face at the party and then like froze and then was like, "You can leave the party if you want." And she was
Yeah.
like, "Thanks, Dane. You know I hate being at parties."
Yeah, thanks so much,
Good
Dane.
catch.
Yeah,
Dane.
I tabbed it. I tabbed that moment
Mhm.
where he touched her face and I was like, this is it. He's collected
This
it all now.
freaking. I
Yeah.
think I did too. I don't know.
Yeah, it's he grins
Someone
and
read
it's
it.
all it just says he grins and it's all too easy to remember how many events just like this we've attended together over the years. His touch is gentle when he cups my cheek. You look beautiful tonight, Vi. Oh, Dane. Rotten hell.
That definitely went over my head when I read that.
Dane
And I
can
think I just went
die.
like, ugh. Insta puke.
Insta puke. Yeah. That parapet scene though, oh my heart. Oh my heart.
Oh, thank you for bringing that up.
So cute. I mean, I could talk about them all day and like we can't have a 3-hour podcast episode, so I won't. But yeah, that scene, I think like out of all of the scenes of them in this section, that's the one that I loved the most. It was just like so perfect. And I know what you're saying, Jamie, that like her saying that she had fallen in love with him was way too soon, like in terms of a five book series. But like that's me. You know, you fall hard, you fall fast, and then maybe sometimes you question your decisions later. But just like her coming out on the parapet to like be with him in the moment where he's like mourning his father and like losing
Mhm.
his whole city. And I loved especially when he was like, I have shadow powers, I won't fall. And she's like, oh yes, I should have thought of that. It's just like,
But he also wouldn't let her fall. Can't he use his shadows to keep her from falling too?
I'm sure, but I think it was just like the whole, like you could have died coming out here. Like get your cute little butt back into the castle. And just yeah, just her like giving herself to him and just being like, all right, I'm going to go out on a limb and tell you that I've got feelings for you. And then I loved it.
I loved it too.
I loved all their little scenes.
Yeah.
I'm sure she'll do something very similar in the next book. and then
Yeah.
they'll be together again.
Yeah. I think like,
Yeah.
you know,
And
not to borrow lines from other books, but like he's just gonna have to keep reaching out his hand and like he's gonna have to keep reminding her that like he is there and like prove to her that like,
Hmm.
you know, I am telling you the truth. I will never lie to you. Like keeping all of that stuff from you like killed me and like prove to her that he is who he says he is. But yeah.
Absolutely. And just remember, lives are at stake.
Right. Right. And I'm really proud of her too that even with everything like that she chose to fight that battle and that, you know, she didn't hesitate when he said like are you with us? And she said like yeah, I'm with you. Like she knows that this is the right thing to do even before she knew that her brother was alive and also part of the rebellion. Like she knows who she is and I think that she just has to do like a little growing and a little more learning.
I'm so proud of her growth though through this entire book.
Yeah. Yeah. She's a kid and she makes mistakes, but she's come a long way. Yeah. Also, Andarna swooping in at the end there, like, just clutched my heart. I was like, no, 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 I've already lost Liam. Small gold dragon. Um, but the fact that at the
big
end,
gold dragon.
big gold dragon, that's what I was gonna say. I loved that at the end they were like, Andarna is so much bigger now. I was like, not even gonna question how that happened in such a short period of time. I'm glad. Let's bring on an actual signet power.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I
unfortunately
told
now that means like
Andarna.
she doesn't have the freezing time power anymore.
Yeah.
What do you think her new power will be?
No.
I hope super strength and she punches the fuck out of Dane.
Super straight. I don't know because like theoretically it should be something similar to the lightning, right? Because like signets are they're a reflection of the rider that wields them. But I love how like we kind of learned that like the lightning is her and like her violence, but like she channels her violence for good. It's like you mess with the people that I love and now like you're gonna get zapped. So it'd be interesting if it was something that was more on her like protectee side and like she had like a little bit of both.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. But I don't know
I
what
can look it up.
you looked it
What?
up?
No, I
No.
can look it up.
We know you can, but why would you?
I want to know what it is.
We've got the book.
We all
It's
know
right
that
here.
you're gonna start this immediately after we finish.
Right.
I was just thinking that.
Literally
But I
like an
shouldn't, 'cause I
hour from
have-
now, Elena's gonna be like, oh, chapter 5.
Alina's gonna be like, I'm already done.
You can't do that.
No, I can't. I have a different book I have to read.
Right. We have other books. And also we would have to shoot at least one episode halfway through, but we're gonna do more than
Okay, can I share what is it possible? I think I told Elena this, but what are the odds of it being like some kind of time travel power still?
That would be.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
You
And
you did tell me that. I would
yeah.
be disappointed.
But like disappointed of like how you were about the lightning and then you realized you were wrong, like that kind of disappointed or
No, disappointed. Like I kind of hate when time travel is brought into books because I feel like authors use it as a cop out so often. Like it's so hard to do right, and I feel like I've never seen it done right.
maybe not like time travel necessarily, but it would be cool if she could like shift time even by like 10 seconds. Like the amount that she could like save people if she could just like warp things a little bit would be cool.
Yeah,
But
I was
yeah.
thinking more of like maybe visiting to a certain event or something, but
Oh,
not participating, just
heavy
being
time
as
travel.
like
Yeah.
viewing. Yeah. What do you guys think?
Going back to like when they lost the rebellion and just like I don't love that because then that would make like everything that we're doing now like not matter. But yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
because I
know.
was trying to think like she's really good about like knowledge because there's
Mm,
because like maybe there's a power that could just maybe not inherit, but like, still have that scribe personality part of her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still holding out for mind reading at some point. I feel like they make such a big deal out of mind reading and it hasn't super come up.
I don't know if it was just used to show that Navarre like cannot have someone who can read minds because there are people in Navarre that know about everything and like that would undermine their
Mhm.
whole society as it is right now, or if it's going to come back up. I don't know.
Like, but if she were to have some mind reading capabilities, she would probably be the best one. She could control it
Yeah.
and
Well, and they made it seem like you couldn't have it because you would immediately die because that guy like started freaking out and like
Mhm.
dying. But they also killed him before he could like manage it. So like if she got it and like Zayden hid her away for a month while she figured out how to use it, it could be kind of OP.
Yeah, and she already has like four people in her mind at once too. So she's got like a leg up on like other people. So
she
maybe
did
that
And
learn how to do walls very
yeah,
quickly.
she's
I
very
was
good at
about to
blocking.
say that. Like they brought that up for no good reason
Yeah.
chapters ago.
No, for sure. That is real. Um, New theory about Mama Sorrengail and
Okay.
why she put Violet in the Riders Quadrant. It's because, and this is against Mama Sorrengail, but I was wondering if it was that she couldn't trust Violet to be in the Scribe Quadrant. Otherwise, she would figure out what was going on outside of the wards and then like affect it from there.
I still think there has to be something where Violet is special and both Mama and Papa Sorrengail knew.
Can we
Yeah, and
have
like
good parents, please?
yeah, I hope for that, but I had that thought when we kind of realized that like the scribe quadrant basically just erased everything about the Venin and what was going on outside of the wards for like basically rebuilding the society to have no idea. I was like, is that why? Or is it because, she actually wants Violet to be a part of the rebellion and was like, go get a dragon?
Yeah.
No. Plus, like Violet's already been in the scribe quadrant for however long. Like she's had time to figure it out, and like the biggest book that tells her about the hidden history has been in her house the whole time, and it
Mm,
seems like she knew about it. Like her dad would read it out loud to her. So like unless Mama Sorrengail was absent completely.
that's true. I do think that she probably was fairly absent, but no, I hear what you're saying. And I do honestly hope that like we're gonna find out that she was part of it all along, and that she can be on the side of the rebellion as well. It'd
I
be a
hope
nice
she
twist.
also punches Dane.
I think that everyone should just line up into a punching squad and just keep
Agreed.
punching him. Oh man, yeah.
Also I just found it. My favorite sassy dragon line was at the parapet scene when Violet's like, shoot, Taron's gonna murder me when he finds out. He's gonna be pissed when he finds out, and he's like, I already am.
That was super funny. I have to find mine.
I forgot this part of the homework.
Where is it? Where is it? Honestly though, like getting more of Sigale was such a treat in the bonus
Yes.
chapters. If anyone has not read them, go read them. Like there
They're
aren't any
they're in this one.
spoilers. Yeah, it's just from Zayden's point of view, two different chapters from Zayden's point of view in the holiday edition. Oh, so
Right, and
by
they're for chapters that happen earlier in the book. It's not like
yes.
yeah.
Yeah, it's Zayden's point of view of the first mat scene with Violet, which, oh my God, the heat in
To
my house
relive
got
it
turned
again,
way up
yes.
again. And then it's Xaden's point of view from when Dane, like from right after threshing, when Dane is accusing him of trying to protect Violet. My favorite dragon one-liner in this section was from Sigale, and it's I just have to go back a little bit. So Sigale is talking to Xaden, and she says, he knows exactly how much you dislike her and how often you stare. And he's talking about Tarn and Violet. And he says, I will volunteer for every cold weather mission in existence if you. And then she says, rude, as if your inability to control your own hormones should result in my discomfort. I'm just like, yeah, Sigale, you tell him. Like, keep your dick in your pants, dude. I don't want snow.
Oh my god.
I remember.
There's so many good. Yes.
So many.
I remember one. It was when Tarn was like, should I call the wing leader or something like that?
Yes. I loved after they finally hooked up that Tarn was like, yep. It's like Tarn and Sigale must be so happy. I assume.
I loved when they were hooking up and Garrick comes to the door and is like, you need to leave. And
So good.
But the best part of that was when he's like, yeah, they're calling everybody. You better bring Sorengale with you. And it's just like, everybody knows at this point. Like, this is not a secret.
oh my god. And then Ree with his jacket, because Dane's a little bitch, so she has to hide.
Just like putting her hand over Violet's shoulder so that Dane couldn't see that it was Xaden's jacket. Oh my goodness. I love Ree. Like,
So
there's no way, right? Like Ree and Riddick will definitely be like, yes, rebellion, let's go. Like
I love them.
Yeah. I don't think that they could turn their backs on her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, that's Dane.
Yeah. I can't think of anything else that happened in this book, although I know the minute that we finish this, I'm going to think of like 5 other scenes that I wanted to talk about.
For sure.
I loved
and we'll
this.
continue that discussion on Discord. It's okay.
Right, exactly. Yes. Somebody come talk more about Fourth Wing with me on Discord because I've got a lot that I could say about Xaden. Yeah. I loved it. I loved this book. I thought it was really good. The hype was definitely worth it, and I'm so excited to read Iron Flame.
Which we're doing in one episode approximately 3 days from now.
No.
Wait, Elena, do you think the hype was real?
Yeah. I'm trying to convince Jacob he needs to read it immediately.
I also said the same to Matt. I was like, you would love this. There's fantasy. It's actually kind of like light smut compared to other things that I've been making you read. And there are dragons. Like, need I say more?
Sassy dragons.
Yeah, and he is actually interested. So, yeah.
Yay.
This is great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Until next time.
Till next time.
Yeah. Thanks for reading this with us, guys.
Thanks for joining.
Bye.
Bye.